to render different render layers and also render passes in Blender, what I'm going to do is create well, first of all, I will change from EV to cycles to have the shadows from the scene, and then after I will create two collections, and one for the floor and one for the geometry. I will name it floor and geo and, well, head. Then I will drag Suzanne to the head and plane to the floor collection. I think I will remove this collection, it's not needed anymore. Then I will create a new layer. So one is going to be for the floor and the other one for the head. In the head, I need the head to be as it is now, but the floor and the other elements need to be set indirect only, so they are visible in the reflection, refraction, but not in the render. And in the layer for the floor, I'll leave the floor as it is, and the other collections, in this case the head, I will change the view layer to set indirect only. So I still have the shadow, but I cannot see the object anymore. Now, in order to remove the HDRI from the background, I'm gonna have to go to the render properties, and in film, check on transparent. And now if I render this, I will make the render super fast, so it won't take too long. So I will set the time limit to 5 seconds and render one image. And it's not working. Oh, no camera found, so I need to create a camera first. Just attach the camera to the viewer and then render the image again. Now I have the view layer completed, which contains both layers. Now the head layer, the floor layer, and finally the head layer rendered out. Okay, I can switch here. Now I won't need this view layer, so I will delete it. And in order to create some render passes, AOVs, I will go to this view layer properties for the floor, and I will check indirect color. It doesn't have any glossy or transmission, so I will do not touch this. And for the head, I do have a glossy. And oh, sorry, I don't have to select it from here. I have to change the layer here, so I already set up the floor layer. Now we'll switch to the head layer and check all these parameters. I don't have transmission, no reflections or volume, so I'll leave it as it is. Now, if I render again, you'll see that I have also the layer and also the render passes. There you go. Well, it doesn't have diffuse indirect because it doesn't have diffuse for now, but the glossies are there. So then finally, if I want to render this into an EXR, I will go to the output here, output properties. I'll set I'll just set a quick name, just name it test, accept, then change to open EXR multi-layer, and yeah, I'll just render, let's say 2 frames, just to have a small sequence to test. And I think that's it. I'll render the animation. So it's gonna have to render 4 frames, 2 frames per, 2 images per frame. There's one. There's the second one. Okay, looks like it's done. So if I go to compositing, I click on use nodes, and instead of using these render layers, I will create an image node and open my sequence. This test, I will select both frames, open image. Now if I create a viewer here, I select the combine, it will show the floor, but I can switch to the head also. And of course, since I checked all these render AOVs, I will also have that information. Same for the floor. So I won't delete these render layers, otherwise it won't render anything. I will leave it as it is now, but I will in case we are compositing all these AOVs here in Blender, you will need to have both the viewer and the composite plugged in to the same output.